Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tonya Young from Atlantic Union Bank. Can you all see my screen? Asmaret, why don't you give me a thumbs up? Can you see the presentation screen? Which screen do you see? Which one do you see?
Presentation.
The full one, not the one with the black frame? Yes, ma'am? Okay, I'm thinking that you're saying yes. All right, so let me go ahead and get started here. Well, once again, I am Tonya Young from Atlantic Union Bank. It is always such a pleasure to come before the ODU family and team to present information on financial literacy. The theme right now for your campus is Money Matters. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Bear with me for a second. All right, there you go. So our objectives today is going to be one, of course, to tell you a little bit about Atlantic Union Bank and introductions, but I'm sure that you are fully aware, but I'll share and update you. Then we're going to talk about savings tips and how to use extra funds, checking and savings, solutions banking, of course, which is what I do, a little bit about disaster preparation, and then we'll conclude. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box. Asmaret, who is partnering with me today, will let me know, and she'll read from the chat when there's a question. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Of course, a little bit about Atlantic Union Bank. We started from Caroline County Bank to Union Bank and Trust to Atlantic Union Bank. We've been in business for over 117 years. We really strive in making sure that we take care of our customers with that extra touch to it to make them feel valued, to make them feel important. We were rated the best bank in Virginia by Forbes. We have the JD Power Award that we also got for 2021. So customer service is something that we really put a lot into, making sure that consumers and business owners are taken care of. I am Tonya Young, once again, as I've stated to you, the Vice President of Workplace Solutions Banking. I'm the relationship manager for this program. I'm housed out of the Norfolk branch in Ghent, which is the closest one to your location. Here's some of my contact information in the event that you need to contact me. Also assisting me today is Asmaret. And Asmaret, I always mess up your last name. Come off of mute and say it.
Deborah Mariam.
Yeah, you see why I always mess it up? And she's the branch manager at the Ghent branch, located also the same location in Norfolk. She is there to help you with any of your banking needs, anything that you have questions about. She's been in banking for way over 12 years. Her kindness comes so naturally. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone in our company that always continuously displays her passion for others. She is the cream of the crop when it comes to taking care of individuals, consumers, business owners with their financial goals. She is the immediate contact person for the ODU family for any of your banking needs or concerns. So first, I'd like to, we're going to go into a session, taking charge of your money. And I just want to talk about how, one, we want to know how to simplify our money, especially during the time right now with COVID still present. When it comes to our money, we want to be able to take steps to make life easier and just tell it where to go. We want to be in charge of our money at all times. Some quick facts that I'd like to share with you on some statistics that come from debt.com, going bank rates. That's my source that I got it from today. 23% of Americans can't afford to spend $100 in the case of an unforeseen circumstance. Just 30% of Americans have a financial plan that includes savings, only 30%. 69% of adult Americans have less than $1,000 in a savings account where they can actually put their hands on it in the event that something comes up and they have to get $1,000 or less. 31% of Americans say that they can't save any money because they live paycheck to paycheck. So these are some statistics that are real life. This is, happening every day. And my desire, what I love doing, is being able to help individuals to see this in a wider view, to get in a place where they can really, really begin to see what financial wellness, complete financial wellness looks like. So savings tips and how to use extra funds. Well, one, we want to set clear and realistic financial goals. Savings is the amount of money that you have not spent after buying the things that you want or need. So this is money that you're able to put aside, and then you're not including this in the money that you're using to purchase things that you want or maybe you need. It's a plan for investing money for the future. Setting financial goals, whether it's large or small or short or long term, can be motivating and give you something to aim for. Make it easy to save. Attack your debt. And then you want to evaluate your budget. Whatever your age or your circumstance is, it's good to practice, put this in practice so that this is something that you can work out your goals and start saving as early as you can. Once you've created a budget, you can easily see if you are spending more or less than what you actually earn. So when we look at extra funds, we want to fully fund our emergency cash account. In the event of that unforeseen circumstance, you want to be prepared. Set money aside in an emergency savings account. When building an emergency savings account, set realistic goals. Keep in mind that it takes time and that it is a cycle. This is something that you have to practice. It's a learned behavior, and it's a process that will definitely be worth it. You want to increase contributions to a 401k or 401(b) or IRA. A 403(b) is a retirement fund for educators. A 401k is a retirement savings plan sponsored by an employer that lets workers save and invest a piece of their paycheck before taxes are taken out. An IRA, which is an individual retirement account, is a tax advantage investing tool that individuals use to earmark funds for retirement savings. It lets you save money for retirement and get tax breaks for doing it. Pay off student loans. Pay off your home if you have one. Become debt-free. You want to become debt-free so that you'll be able to actually begin to really enjoy and experience complete financial wellness. All right, let's go on to not sure why my computer is not responding yet. There we go. So when we look at checking and savings accounts, a checking account is a bank account that you can write checks from or access several other ways, which tends to make it your go-to daily transaction bank account. This is something that you're going to be living out of, your living expenses, daily spending, paying your bills. You want this to be a separate account that you are monitoring, that you have those funds set aside just for that designated area of your finances. A checking account is important because it can help you to manage your money and keep it safe. You don't have to carry a large amount of cash around. It will be safe from fires, losing it, or theft. At most banks, your money is insured by the federal government, which is FDIC, up to specific dollar amounts. Savings accounts is where you stash funds that you aren't ready to use yet, often with the goal of accumulating more. Now, I want to tell you about what we're going to go into next, which leads me to our Solutions Banking Employee Benefit Program. Through this program, ODU has a community partnership with Atlantic Union Bank that entitles all of the ODU staff and faculty to take advantage of Solutions Banking benefits, as well as students. And the thing with the Solutions checking account, it includes a lot of really, really, really good perks that will help you in your financial goals. And if you look here on the screen, some of the things that you will be able to take advantage of is one, there's no minimum balance requirement, no monthly service fee. The account is actually totally free, and you'll get a cash bonus incentive of $150 as long as you set up a direct deposit that's going into the account. And so that direct deposit within 90 days or less, once you have, the account has received a total of a minimum of $1,000 worth of direct deposits, then this $150 is gifted to you. So a student can open up an account with this, even if they don't have where they have a direct deposit going in. The only difference is that they won't receive the $150 incentive unless there's a direct deposit that's going in, meaning a qualified direct deposit of a payroll check or Social Security or something of that nature that's actually falling under the stipulations of a qualified direct deposit. You get reimbursement if you use an ATM that is out of network, in the event that you're traveling and you're somewhere and you don't see an Atlantic Union Bank, because Atlantic Union Bank, with us being the largest bank in Virginia, we're in the state of Virginia. That's where our footprint covers. We also have some locations in North Carolina, as far south as Raleigh, North Carolina, and then as far north as Salisbury, Maryland. And then it goes over like towards Northern Virginia, of course, Richmond, Baltimore, those areas, and then up into Roanoke. So we are quickly increasing in our footprint of areas that we cover, but this perk here of being reimbursed twice a month will help in the event that you're out of network, you can't find an ATM, and you know how some ATMs charge you a really, really astronomical fee for service fees. Like let's use 7-Eleven for example. Some 7-Elevens or some gas stations, when you use the ATM, you might get hit with a service fee from anywhere from $2 to almost $5. So if this happens and it's within the 30-day statement period, every 30-day statement period, you are allowed to do this up to 2 times. And then we reimburse you that amount that is charged to you for using that ATM. So the program's really good. We have some discounts on some other products with loans, a 1/4% discount if you decide to take a loan out and you set it up where the payment comes directly out of your account. It just goes on and on. We believe in meeting you exactly where you're at, helping you to have a wider view of your financial portfolio. This is where Asmaret comes in and plays a big role at. She's at the Ghent branch. You can make an appointment with her via Zoom, in person, however it's convenient for you. She can even come to you, where you do one-on-ones to talk about what your finances look like. If you need help with budget, if you need help with understanding what a credit report is, how to read it. These are all things that Asmaret and myself are available to help you with, the whole campus of ODU. Move this out of here. So of course, that's what I just spoke to you about. ODU has an assigned company code. The code is 0125. When you go to this link to put it in, if you're gonna enroll in the account, you can do it via online and you would just use that code, or you can call Asmaret and she can do it with you via Zoom or DocuSign, where you don't have to be inconvenienced of coming out to the branch. Also, what I really love is that for free financial wellness resources, Bonsai, which is a partnership that we sponsored ODU through. And what it is, when you go to this site, this is what is going to come up on your page. It shows where the partnership of ODU and Atlantic Union Bank, and it's a library of all kinds of resources that has to do with financial topics. Going to college, using credit cards, purchasing a home. There's so many features on here. You can type in and search for a topic that you might be looking for. They have coaches on here that are live coaches. They'll do through a chat and they'll actually help you to create a budget. It talks about the 50-30-20 rule of how to save with your money, how to do a budget properly. All of this can be customized to your circumstance, to your financial situation. So the site is amazing. It should be listed somewhere in your advertisement on campus, but if not, I can put it in the chat for you to also visit at your own convenience, where you can take the time, you can share this with family and friends. Because of the partnership that Atlantic Union Bank has with ODU in the local community, this right here is available to you free of charge for you to utilize to empower yourself when it comes to financial literacy. We all want to be financially literate versus financially illiterate. And I know illiterate sounds a little harsh, but you know, when we look at society today, there are so many individuals that are financially illiterate. Like they really don't know or have an understanding about financial literacy, how to actually live a life that they can enjoy financial wellness, being completely financially well. And it's not always going to be easy, especially as a student, or, you know, if you're whatever type of career you're in. I mean, just for a lack of better words, the struggle is really real right now with all this going on in our economy, in our society. I mean, it's rough, but having an understanding of all the resources and tools that are available to you that can help you to be in a better place when it comes to your finances. I mean, it's like a mandate that we take that step to educate ourselves so that we know what it is to be financially literate. Excuse me. All right, so that is Bonsai. And we will go on to our next slide. And I hope I'm not going too fast. Please, if I am, put it in the chat. Any questions that you have, I encourage you to ask. I'll do my best to answer. I'm here for you. I want to make sure that you know you're in a good place when it comes to your finances. Knowing that money matters are very, very important. So with this, you know, we believe in meeting the customer wherever they're at in their financial journey. And I can't stress this enough. Asmaret and myself, we go to all kinds of measures above and beyond to make sure that we are available to help you with your financial portfolio, looking at it in a wider view, you know, really looking at some opportunities, some resources to help you to be set up for success when it comes to your finances. So when we look at disaster preparation, you know, even with all that's going on with COVID, how disasters can affect our finances, you know, save time, it saves time, money, and stresses, and stress, like being stressed when a financial disaster hits, something of, it could be from the weather, it can be from like what's going on with COVID. No one even knew that COVID was going to hit. It was just something that came out of nowhere, right? And people weren't prepared. And it was just a sad thing. I'm sorry. It was a sad thing. And, you know, it was an unfamiliar territory for many people. The stimulus check, when it came, a lot of people didn't know what to do with it. They were splurging from it. You know, they weren't using this to put aside to help with their finances. They were thinking that using it as extra money, like, you know, not using it to take care of their situation. So when we look at this, one, let me get this. The cost of meeting immediate needs. You know, you had to be prepared to take care of those bare necessities when COVID did hit, right? Let's see, hi, are these offers only for ODU employees? I'm sorry, someone put in the chat. So the offers are for the whole campus of ODU. The back one, the whole campus of ODU is available to take advantage of these products, students, faculty, and staff. I'm sorry I missed that. I was moving a little quick here. The other thing, cost of repairing and replacing items when disaster hits, we got to be prepared. We have to be able to take care of those immediate needs of something that might go wrong. You know, when freak nature, things of nature happen, we never know. And the ongoing cost of the items sometimes could be long periods of time, but we need to be prepared for it because we just don't know when it's going to hit. Access to financial resources. We should be able to get our hands on whatever resources we need in the event that these disasters take place, you know, being able to educate ourselves and our family to be aware of those resources that are in the local community, that are on campus. I know at ODU, they have an array of resources that help the students, faculty, and staff when they have questions or needs pertaining to finances, housing. You know, I want to, and I'm not really sure, but I think I've heard before, like even with people that maybe are struggling with food or whatever the need may be aware of those resources so that way you can get to them in your time of need. Always keep some cash available in a safe place. I know we push all the time that you need to have a banking account, but sometimes, you know, just walking around with a plastic card, in the event that a disaster hits, what happens if the ATMs are down? What happens if the banking facilities are not available? You should have some cash, quick cash that you can get to in a safe place, that way you might need it and it's available to you. So this is why we also suggest that, one, that you have direct deposit if you have income coming in. So this way you don't have to worry about paper checks. You know, if weather's bad, you can't get to your job to get the check, at least it is in your account, and that you can make purchases still with your card. You're able to retrieve it when it's needed the most. Have a go bag, and a go bag, what this is, it's a waterproof bag in a fire resistant box or safe where all of your important documents that you may need in the event of a disaster like a flood or a tornado. I mean, I never heard so much of all of these different disasters until I came to the state of Virginia. I'm coming from up north, and while we did have different disasters, when I came here and heard about the tornadoes and the floods, and I was scared, and I was like, I gotta put a plan together in the event that this happens. You know, I can get to those records, you know, and they're updated. I think about some of the people in Louisiana or further states going towards the South, and they were hit with all kinds of disasters with the water and the hurricane. And I was like, my God, like I couldn't imagine not being able to access important documents that I would need to get in touch with the insurance company or to get in touch with my creditors or whoever that I needed to be in contact with, not having to be concerned with those documents being destroyed. So always have like a go bag with all those important things that you can grab in the event of a disaster, from a natural disaster. The Federal Emergency Management, which is known as FEMA, it recommends that everyone should have an emergency financial first aid kit. So you can go to FEMA.gov for a checklist, and it'll help you to prepare for this. So prepare in advance for disasters. And you can also go to ready.gov for general preparations. Be better prepared financially. Get the insurance you need, set money aside in an emergency fund, keep some cash in a safe place, sign up for direct deposit, consider online or mobile banking, keeping financial documents and information in a safe place. That's just kind of an overview of the point that I want you to get when it comes to being prepared for disasters in any nature, any form, just making sure that you're in a good place with that. On campus, you know, I'm sure you very rarely hear of things hitting really heavy on campus where campus is wiped out or flooding, but still, you never know because of the time that we're living in. You want to be prepared with all of these things. You might not be able to get in touch with Ms. Weatherspoon because of what's going on. Maybe, you know, the lines for the phone isn't working good. So you won't have that immediate firsthand resource to call. So you should have a plan in place, knowing how to evacuate from the building with the documents and all the information that you need to be able to recover from that disaster. So I want to stop right here. I know I said a lot, and I know I was going quick. I did not really realize that I was moving so fast because we're only at like 126, and there was more time allotted for this. But I want to encourage you to ask some questions. You know, let's have a small dialogue here on any concerns that you have that has to do with your finances or with the solutions banking program or what Atlantic Union Bank has to offer for you as a student or faculty and staff. I mean, the floor now is open for you to do that.
I have a question.
Okay.
I was, how should I say? Well, I am saving money, but the thing is I'm just putting it into a checking account. And I was thinking, I wanted to find other ways to like invest so I can get the most out of my money instead of just letting it sit and collect like maybe 0.1%. What are some options that you guys may offer for that?
Yes, and that's a great question, Keisha. So one, in a checking account, of course, you know you're not going to earn a lot of interest. And savings accounts, when you look across the board in all banking institutions, savings accounts right now, you probably at best, some places, you'll get like 0.5% at best. You know, the rates are really, really low when it comes to saving pieces. When you begin to look at things like CDs, or putting it into an IRA, or if you want to invest, you have to make a decision whether or not you want to be at risk, or if you're looking for low to moderate risk. There's so many different areas that you can go into when it comes to savings and investing. But what we do is, as Marat at the Ghent branch, she would partner with you, with our partner in wealth and investment, and they could sit down and talk to you and give you what's good for you. It would start with Asmaret. She could talk with you about the products that she has available on a local level at the branch, the things that she has access to. And then we would loop in our partner that's in investments. So if you're in a place where you could begin to invest and you want to take a risk, then they can show you the best way to go to make your money make money for itself. So if you want to reach out to Asmaret, she can get you set up. Or Asmaret, you can message her in the chat box separately, you and her, and she can help you with that, Keisha. That is awesome. And it makes my heart glad when I hear people having an interest in wanting to save and wanting to set themselves up where their money is working hard for them. You want eventually where your money is chasing you, not that you're chasing your money. So great question. Did that help?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great, great, great. Anyone else? Y'all have nothing to ask me?
Well, I have another question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Asmaret, you were going to say something to Keisha?
Yes, I just said I had a couple of direct messages, and I'm going to link the solution banking website and the code for everyone to see.
Okay, sounds good. Put it in the chat for everyone. That's good. Keisha, you had another question?
I did. I'm trying to like get my son involved in saving, and should I say, I don't want to say too much, but he gets like a well, child support, but I try not to touch it at all. So it would be for just for him, for when he gets like maybe 21, 18 or 21. So, but the thing is, like the previous question is like, I don't know what to do with it. It's just sitting, but I don't know any, well, I shouldn't don't know. I don't know of any options. So if like a custodial IRA, or is that something that will be beneficial for him, being that he's only 14?
yes, now we could set up some options with that too. It looks like Asmerant dropped off, but one, because he's a minor, you definitely can go into doing an IRA with that. But there's some other options that I would like for you to discuss with Asmerant before you go to that extent, because child support, that's like a whole different beast. Like you got to handle that in a different way. But that's good. Make sure that you bring that up to her so that that way she knows what direction to take. And I'll connect with her as well to help her with that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Miss Weatherspoon, you don't have nothing for me today? You usually always have something.
I don't have anything in particular, but I am really grateful for the resources that you have provided for our staff here. If I had to give any advice to our staff members when it comes to our financial literacy programming, is to take advantage of the contacts that are here. When you go to the actual bank, they will be able to guide your individual situation. So I am not only having them present this information, but I also want you to make your connection. Be sure to write down the emails, addresses, the banking web link, and make sure you take advantage of those resources and get that help that's needed for the questions that are hard to ask in public, which are usually our private financial situations. So be sure to set a meeting if you can with Esmerette as soon as possible.
Yes, I love it. I love it. You know, I was doing a presentation at another university yesterday, and we were talking about some pluses when, as a student, preparing for when you graduate, you know, being able to set yourself up for success to be able to pay off your student loan debt. And we were talking about career development, making sure that, you know, while when you first get out of college, you're looking for a job, and sometimes we take on jobs that have nothing to do with what we went to school for. And so when the conversation came up about how important it is to look and really, really take your time to find something in the field that you went to school for, so that you can really, really get a return on your investment in yourself. You know, and then this way you're working towards that goal of paying that student debt off. The number for student debt in our state, in our nation, is so crazy for how much is owed, right? And then when you look at the statistics of how many graduates are actually doing what they put all this money out for, after they graduate, going into that field, the statistics are really, really, really crazy that a lot of people are not nowhere near in the field of what they're going to school for. So my give to you on this is that whatever you're going to school for, try to get in a field that pertains to what you're putting this money out for. So you are getting a return on your investment. You invested this money in yourself to develop in a field that you have a passion for, whether it's, you know, art or whatever it is. And so you want to try to do something that you continue to be passionate about it so that you can get out of debt. No one wants to be in debt for the rest of their life. You know, and I can be so passionate about this topic, money matters, because I have my own testimony from where I came from to where I am now. And it's like, I'm finally in a place where I feel good about my finances, that I'm completely financially well. I was able to purchase a home, you know, just last month. It was a home that I never imagined that I could purchase. And it's like, and I really, really know that it's because I took the time to make sure that I was completely financially literate, understanding all the aspects about my financial portfolio, what is available for me, you know, how I can make my money work hard for me, how I can one day be where I have 5 streams of income flowing in, so that that way I'm in a good place when retirement comes. I can continue to live a lifestyle that I'm conducive to living right now as someone that is working. So, just looking up ahead, the bigger picture up ahead, we have to continuously plan for what is up ahead when we're talking about money matters. We can't just live for this moment. We have to prepare so that in the event of that unforeseen circumstance, we're ready. We never know what's going to hit. And I see Shayna Crockett on here. Shayna, you got any questions for us?
No, I don't. You're very informative. Thank you.
Yes. I was shocked when I saw that name. I was like, wait, Shayna Crockett. I had to look real close at the picture. It was good seeing you on here.
You too. I sent a video to your sister.
Huh?
I sent a video to your sister.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I didn't see you when I first started. I probably would have been fumbling even worse than what I was. I would have been a little nervous there.
So, but thank you for providing all the resources and sites and everything. It's going to be very beneficial and helpful here soon.
Good, good, good. All right, Miss Witherspoon. I don't know that I have anything else. I'm not gonna tarry too long here, you all have all of our information for any additional questions. I thank you once again for the opportunity to partner with ODU. I tell you all the time, Ms. Witherspoon, and you can tell Mr. Johnson, only thing I'm still waiting for is my own office over there. I'm not understanding what the holdup is, but I feel like I'm a part of the ODU family. And, I always look forward to moments and times like this where I get to share my craft, that I'm very passionate about with the ODU family. Thank you, Asmaret, for always partnering with me. She's my partner in crime. And if you know anything about her, any of the people that are on here that ever had to reach out to her, she's right on it. So anything that you have questions about, if you can't contact me, you contact Asmaret, and trust me, she will get back to you because that's just what she does. You don't be surprised if she even pops up at the campus like, okay, what is it that you need? Because that's just how she is. So it's back in your hands, Ms. Witherspoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tonya, for doing all of this. I want to thank the staff and let you all know I did record this. So I am going to be taking the recording and putting it in our YouTube page for Auxiliary Business Services. Everyone who registered, I will be sending an email out just saying thank you and giving you the link so you will have this information. But thank you all so much for coming out today. You have a great one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.